Hey, this is Mike, and we are currently getting ready for 3 days in the woods. Well, 2 half days, 2 nights, and 1 full day. And we're going to challenge ourselves, even though it looks like we have quite a bit of gear. In the spirit of preparing for our coffee can challenge, mostly what's in our packs is just some safety things and stuff we want to, safety items, stuff we want to experiment with and practice some skills. And we are going to head out, and I'll check in with you guys on the trail. Hey guys, wanted to share this lovely critter with you. We're walking down the trail and we see this beautiful specimen, and he spun right around and he's ready to take us on. We're going to leave him alone, but definitely a cool photo op, and he is awesome, isn't he? Looks like a dinosaur to me. Looks like a dinosaur.
Why don't you eat it?
Very cool dude. No, Nicholas, I'm not going to eat him. I'm not that hungry today. Alrighty. Awesome. Well, we got to cross this. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. If it was yesterday, we wouldn't even be able to stand where I'm standing. Alright guys, we made it to the first off-trail trail. We're still dealing with a lot of flooding and water issues from the recent weather. And we're going that way. And I'm a little winded because it is muggy, and even though I exercise regularly, I'm not used to carrying a pack this heavy. I haven't done it in a long time. I usually take almost nothing, but since we're going for 3 days, I thought I'd bring a few extras. There's Shannon. So we're climbing up this really steep trail, and that's Nicholas down there. He stops about halfway up to get something on his backpack and to take a little break because it's brutal. And his coffee cup falls out of his pack and rolls and rolls and rolls, and we all just sat there watching it till it finally stopped. And now he's got to walk all the way back up to his pack, and I know you're not going to be able to see it on the video just how steep this is. Maybe you could tell by how he's trying to trudge up this hill at any moment. We really enjoyed it. This is expense. We made it to the falls. Well, here we are at a secluded wilderness area. We just picked a spot to throw down our camp. That's my tarp in its beginning stages of being hung. Shannon's going through some of his gear. Nicholas is taking a well-deserved break because the hike up here is definitely not for people that aren't in shape. And we're gonna have some low impact and leave no trace stealth camping, and we'll catch you guys in a little while. Hey guys, it's Mike again, and I have my tarp set up, and I'm going to take this time to talk to you more about that silicone seal job that I did. If you didn't watch my previous video, I made a homemade silicone seal out of mineral spirits and silicone, and I dumped this thing in it, and it only half worked. I'm not sure if it was a couple errors with how I did it. I think I needed a bigger container because this tarp is large. It's 10 by 12. It's more of a base camp tarp. I always like being the guy that lugs the extra weight, and everybody's like, oh, I'm so glad you brought that, when we're in the pouring rain and we could set it up and everybody could fit under it and have lunch. It's actually starting to sprinkle now. It kind of worked and kind of didn't. It did get areas where it globbed up, and it looked like a pretty even coat. I mean, the whole entire thing was wet, but after it dried, it had these rings and streaks on it, and little pieces of silicone. And it wasn't really water resistant as well as it could have been, so I ended up spraying it with spray silicone, and now it beads like a waxed car. But this tarp we made homemade. We sewed, you can see the stitching there, and we sewed a loop onto it in several places, and I use a Ray Mears style guy lines. I put the 4 corners down, and then this one, I usually hook and pull them to the main guy lines like this is. If you look, it's hooked to the main guy line, and I use a knot where I could constantly add tension. We're gonna get some rain, so I'm gonna test this thing, but I already tested it on my portage. I dumped water on it, and it beads right off. Now that I sprayed it with 3 cans of Walmart 100% silicone spray. And I got under here. I had loaned somebody my beautiful silk hammock, and they can't find it. So I'm down to this really poor $5 net hammock, but I laid bedrolls in it, and it seems like it might actually work. I'll probably end up on the ground in the middle of the night. I don't know. We'll see. And there's just some of my gear. This is a great book that I'm reading. It's called The Holiness of God by R.C. Sproul. If anybody's questioning their faith, wants to strengthen their faith, or is just interested in learning more about God, this is a highly recommended book by me. And my men's Bible study group is currently doing it. Shannon has that tarp up. He's working on different configurations, and he's going to build a bushcraft style bed to sleep in underneath. And then Nicholas is over here with a similar tarp, although that's the very first modified tarp that I ever made. It is something that we also, when I say we, I mean me and Spencer, we usually do projects like this together. We sewed webbing across the top so the guy line could go through it, and then we put, so you could pull it tight. You could pull it tight this way, and it really makes tarps lie out quite nicely. So that's it for now. I may take a clip when we're cooking dinner, and then tomorrow I'll save the camera for actual bushcraft projects. Well, I discovered something very interesting. After 3 cans of 100% silicone and doing a silicone mineral spirits dip, this thing leaks just about everywhere. You can see the water's not even beating up on it. I'm really confused. At this point, I had to hang my spare tarp, I know it's a bad angle, in a diamond pattern underneath to keep water off my gear. I have that emergency space blanket tarp, and pretty disappointing. I don't know where to go at this point. This is perfectly good, healthy nylon, and it's been soaked with cans of silicone. I'm almost thinking that I must be doing something wrong. Well, we have constant rain here, so I built a little trench fire, meaning I just dug a little trench, and I put a bunch of bigger sticks in the bottom, like double your thumb size, and it's just going to be enough heat to heat this up. This can is full of, I dehydrated chili, and I cooked and then re-dehydrated macaroni, so it's kind of like a minute macaroni, and I mixed them together in there, and it just basically has to be rehydrated and warmed up. And yeah, looking good. I'm starving. Alright, this is Mr. Shannon gonna attempt to make a fire with just a couple sparks. We're up here, it's been raining all day, on and off, everything's soaked. And we're gonna see if all this prep work pays off. looking pretty awesome. I think we might have this one. I hear crackling.
Yep.
Crackling wood is a good sign.
Leaves are not one of your better ones.
Alright. Well, if it goes out, I'll let you know, but it looks like we got this.
Why? Because one of them white.
Hey guys, it's morning, and we're having some breakfast. Poor Nicholas didn't know that that iron skillet, this is poor Nicholas, was in his backpack. And his daddy's like, oh, see what you carried up for us, Nick? Poor kid was dying coming up this hill. But we're all glad that that skillet's here today. Yum yum. He told me that he's going to make a bushcraft plate, and I was very excited because I thought he was going to carve something out of wood or flip some semi-edible mushroom upside down or peel something off a tree, and he did that. Although I do appreciate the MacGyver improvisation, and it will work. I just thought you guys would like it. It's pretty funny. Well, last night was really uncomfortable in that hammock, as I thought. I really didn't get much sleep. So today I built, with some deadfall and some harvested sticks from around the forest, I built myself a little tripod supported rope bed, and it seems really comfortable. That'll be tonight's. I reconfigured my tarps a little since the gray one leaks so bad, and we still have a lot of rainstorms coming in and out. I've got my diamond shade emergency space blanket tarp underneath as the actual rain fly per se, and I added this today. Spence wasn't using it, so I added a little side guard to keep the wind out and an extra little block for the gear. And I lowered the tarp on that side because last night it got really chilly. It was probably around 50 degrees. There was a breeze up here, so that's down a lot lower. There won't be a breeze flowing through here. And there's Shannon. He made one of those rope beds also. Has his tarp hung. Spencer's working on a makeshift table, and Nicholas is sitting in my tripod chair that I made out of an old hammock, and we're testing its weight holding capacity with Nicholas in it. Move it up.
I'm gonna just put that right on it as a windshield. There we go. Mikey made fire, and I could smell his hair.
Yeah.
Any words, Mike?
No. I'd say we got this one. We got it. Make sure you pull, you're pushing. That's it. There, you got it. Do your thing. Do your thing.
This stuff first. Put it on top. Come on, just it's starting enough. Just dump a coat, little. Put it on. Put your handful on. Put your handful on. Now put this handful on. There, come on. Now put this on top of it.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Nicholas, that is gonna take. Good job, buddy. Good job. This is a little table Spencer lashed together. He conveniently lashed it next to our fire pit, specifically to use for putting the cast iron pot on in between cooking, and to utilize it as a staging area, as a kitchen counter basically. Came out really good. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. We're still waiting for Spencer and Nicholas. They don't carry the same pace as us, and it was a really fun camping trip. We had a lot of good experiences. All of us got better at making a campfire from sparks. I learned how to make a new rope bed thanks to Shannon, and it was really comfortable sleeping. A couple of camp chairs were built, a table. Nicholas built a trap just as an experiment. We didn't trap anything with it, a bird trap. I don't know if I took any pictures of that, but it was pretty cool. Shannon was carving a spoon up, and we had a good time. So I hope you enjoyed it.